And we're going to take our pick, holding between the thumb and finger, and we're going to do it down. Hey guys, it's David Aldridge, author of Guitar Star in 30 Days and founder of David Aldridge Guitar Schools, where I teach you how to play the guitar, build your confidence, one note, one song, and one lesson at a time. Have you ever had any of these challenges? Have you tried to play a handful of chords and maybe your fingers bled? Or you can play a few chords, but you couldn't change them quickly enough for them to sound like a song? Have you ever just wanted to play in front of family and friends, but just lacked the confidence? Or maybe you want to look super talented, but just don't know how to get there with your playing? My playing was very hit and miss in the early days. I would literally get really nervous and go to pieces whenever I had to play in front of people. And I always felt judged, I guess mainly by myself. But what I discovered is consistency leads to confidence. Where there's a lot of consistency, there's also a lot of confidence. And you need an approach that works so you can repeat this consistently and also measurably. Let me walk you through how to cement your chord changes, give vibrancy to your strumming so you can look super talented. Here's what I want you to be able to do by the end of this video. 1. Change between two simple chords and how to do it measurably and consistently. 2. How do you measure progress for your enthusiasm, well-being, and confidence? 3. A basic strumming pattern you can use in almost every song, either to back yourself as a singer or just to play along for fun. Alright, so this is where we're at. So step 1, we're going to learn two chords, E minor and A minor. So what we're going to do here is just making sure that the hand position's right, the thumb is facing up. And we're going to take finger 2 and we're going to place it on string 5 at the 2nd fret, and I'm going to tuck underneath with finger 3 on the 4th string, and that's also at the 2nd fret. So you'll see here that both fingers are within the 2nd fret. And we're going to take our pick, holding between the thumb and finger, and we're going to do a down strum. And that's a chord of E minor. So what we want to make sure is that we're pushing the strings down to the fretboard. So that gives us a really clean sound. Okay, so to get to the chord of A minor, we're going to then place the 2nd finger on string 4 with the 2nd fret, and then the 3rd finger goes underneath on string 3 at fret 2 like that. Now I'm going to take finger 1 and we're going to place that on string 2 at fret 1. And again, we're just going to make sure we're pushing down, and we're going to strum. This time we're going to strum from string 5, making sure we're pushing down. Okay, I feel it's really important to take two basic chords and change and learn how to change between two basic chords before we go on to do more advanced ones. Because once you know how to change between two chords consistently and purposefully, then it's going to be easier then to go on to do other chords. So what we're going to do is we're going to jump back now to E minor, and we're going to strum the E minor, and we're going to take the hand completely away, we're going to tap our leg, and then we're going to come back. Using the same fingers, the same hand position, and we're going to do this around 10 times. So taking the hand completely away from the neck is helping you to find the chord out of thin air. Now if we do the maths here, if you did this 10 times each day, and I really hope you do, in a week that you would have practiced your E minor chord 70 times. So from now until next week, if you did that 10 times a day, you would be finding the E minor completely out of thin air after 70 repetitions. Okay, so we're going to do the same with A minor. And then you would keep going and doing 10 repetitions of that. And again, that over a week would be 70 times. That's phenomenal amount of practice on that chord. So do go and practice that. Okay, so here's 3 common mistakes people make when practicing their chords. So the other is not using the fingertips. So using the flat parts of the fingers, and that mutes all the strings underneath and it sounds horrible. So what we want to do is making sure that we're on the fingertips, and if you can see there, I have lines running through my fingers, and that's the part of the fingers you want to use. So that's number 1. Number 2 is hand position. We don't want to grab the guitar, or we don't want to have the thumb going off to the side. The thumb wants to face the ceiling. So that's number 2. And number 3 is to play what I call the friendly part of the fret, which is tucking right behind the fret here, because we get a really clear sound here and we get less buzzing sound. And it's easier to push down, and that you'll be very thankful for that if you're a beginner and your fingers are just getting used to playing the guitar. Cool, okay, so that's chord changes. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit the subscribe button and be notified every time I post a new video about learning how to play the guitar. Okay, so number 2, what we measure we can improve upon. So what we're going to start to measure is the chord changes, and I'm going to measure it with what we call a metronome. So you can download these on your phone if you just go to App Store or Google Store, whatever you use, and download a free metronome. And what we're going to do is we're going to set it to 70. And if you hit start, whoops, cool, it should do that essentially. Okay, so hopefully you can hear that. I'm just going to turn it up a little bit. What we're going to do first of all, we're going to measure the time it takes to go between E minor and A minor. So I hope you've done the practice on step 1, learning these chords and the repetition thing. This is like the next stage. So here we go. We're going to leave 4 counts in between each chord. So essentially that means you've got 4 beats to get to the next chord. So something like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. A minor. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now if that feels a little bit too fast, you can leave 6 beats, 7 beats or 8 beats depending on where you are. So kind of like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But the main thing here is that you're measuring it and you're knowing which beat you're at. That's important, because once you know where you're at, then again you're measuring, you can improve. So let's just go back to the 4. So I can do, say you can do through 3, 4, 4. Essentially you've got that and you feel confident with that change, then you lose a beat, then you do it to 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then once you can do 3, you might then bring it down to 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And then we want to aim to get each chord change on a beat. Now when you can do that, you know that your chord change is then good for any song, and you can adapt this strategy to any chords that you're learning, and you can measure it and you can then know what progress you're making, because if we don't see progress, it's easy to lose enthusiasm and you don't know if your chord changes are getting better. And practicing to rhythm will really help to, again, to give that vibrancy to your guitar playing. So I've just done that in quick sticks, but you might do 4 clicks for 1 week. Then the next week you might do 3. And I want to be honest with you, there is no fast track to learning chords. As much as you want to feel like you want to go watch maybe another video that will promise that, I can make a promise to you that if you follow this strategy, you're not my first student, there's been thousands before you, that I see this all the time. And this is a really consistent, measurable approach to changing chords. Because once you get it, it's there. We are still marching along, but if you are still watching, I have nothing but props for you. I honour your dedication to your practice, to what you are doing here, and that is great for you. Good for you. Hey, I care about your progress. I want you to look incredibly good at playing the guitar. When you finish this video today, here's the first thing I want you to do. Here's your homework. Practice changing between E minor and A minor for at least 5 minutes daily. Let's make that promise. Then go watch my video on how to play your first song. The link is in the description. Okay guys, so number 3, I'm going to show you a standard strum pattern that you can use for essentially any song that's in a what we call a 4/4 time, and that is most songs. So first of all, we're going to hold down E minor, and the pattern goes like this. It's 2 down, and then 2 up strums, and then down. And what we're going to do is we're going to repeat this over and over. So just join in with me. Once you feel that you've got the downs and the ups right, then we're going to make it continuous. So it sounds like this. Down, down, up, up, down. Aiming for that finesse in your strumming. So you might want to hold down E minor if your fingers are good to do so. Maybe do a few minutes just on E minor with that same pattern, so you're just really cementing this technique. And then you might want to try it on A minor. Here we want to aim from the 5th string, but it's no big deal if you hit the 6th string if you're a beginner. So I'm just getting that rhythm moving. And then you might want to change between each chord, so you can play around with this. So going from E minor, just working at those 2 chord changes for 1 week on everything we've done in this video is going to make you look super talented, just changing between those 2 chords. I hope you're enjoying the series. If you have any questions, put them in the comment section below. Stay in the game, keep engaged, go back and watch lesson 1 if you need to. Okay, what I've got for you today is called Guitar Star in 30 Days. It's a program that teaches you how to learn the guitar 1 step at a time. How do you do that? How do you make progress without losing interest and feeling like you can't do it? It's called Guitar Star in 30 Days. It's a 30-day online course that will teach you exactly the same strategies I used to teach all my students to grow their confidence and self-esteem, my friend. So whether you're a beginner, parent or played before, this is going to teach you how to get your guitar playing going in a positive light. How do you get started? Click the button below in the description, and I can't wait to see you in the course. If you are still here, it's been an honour teaching you today. Until next time, go and practice every day. I really believe you can do this. And as always, believe in yourself as much as I believe in you.